Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Vormithrax, and this is episode 16 of our Let's Play for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. In this episode, we're going to unload our loot that we successfully gathered from the fire station and the gun store in the last episode. And I need to make a quick run back out the direction. In between episodes, I got a comment in the episode notes that I had forgotten a couple of things. It was pointed out to me that I forgot to pulp or smash those zombies in the fire station. So there's a whole pile of them sitting right in that doorway. They're going to get back up again if I don't hurry back over there and get them taken care of. Also got a good suggestion in how to deal with that Wasp House that we discovered on our way back previously. We're going to go burn it down. We're going to do some arson, and it's going to make a whole bunch of noise, hopefully take care of that wasp nest for me so I don't constantly have to deal with those things buzzing out of that house, and make some pretty lights. So we're going to get a couple things done real quick. First, I need to unload some inventory real fast. I don't want to let too much time go by. It's already 2:30 in the morning, and I don't have a lot of time before those zombies are going to get up again. So we're just going to do a quick and dirty unloading of some inventory. First, dragging our cart with us. Let's stand right here will do for the moment. I'm going to do advanced inventory, the cart first, and on this side we're going to pick the ammo pile. We've got some magazines we can dump. I'm just going to quick drop most of this stuff. I'll come back and sort through things and do a more coherent sorting of inventory after we get these other things taken care of. Alright, so that's it for the ammo. Let's do weapons here. Drop everything. Next we'll go to our tools pile. And then our raw materials. Alright. Forgot my own inventory, so we'll do a quick drop of that as well. I'll switch this to my personal inventory. Roll back through the options. This is our weapon pile. Our ammo stockpile. Okay, I think we got most of it. We just got our basic tools, and I need to drop the food off. Let's go ahead and pick that up in my own inventory. And then we've got the throwing sticks and knife spear ready to go. I'll pick up a gun for emergency use. Got our other tools, flashlight, pocket knives. We just need to drop our food off. Got some more batteries we can unload. And our fire just went out. Alright, we'll keep that, but the rest of this we're going to go ahead and drop off. Okay, I think we're set, other than I do want to grab a weapon. I think I'm going to take that American 180, and then the ammo for it is the 22 LR. I go to my inventory, select this. I'm going to hit... Oops, hit the wrong item. We'll go down to American 180. Reload. And it'll ask me what I want to reload. If there's various piles of ammo around, you can set specific ones. So we're going to pick that one. And we're going to double check. So all 80 rounds are now in the American 180 submachine gun. So that will make a good item that we can carry around with us for emergency situations. And now make sure I've got something to set fires with. Got a couple lighters, so that will work. we are all set. Let's make a quick run back out this direction. So I want to head back, make sure safe mode is on. Okay, getting in the area. Gotta start watching out. Well, more wasps might be coming out of that house. I'm gonna stay a bit to the north. I think I'm actually gonna swing up and grab my items out of this house, the supplies we left up there. Then I'll swing down. And actually, we'll do it in reverse. We're gonna go to the firehouse first. Number one priority is get that pile of fireman corpses taken care of. Alright, in between the buildings. Everything's looking good so far. That's the electronics store. Alright, there's the turret. To be safe hugging the wall here. The other turret. And did we make it back in time? We did. Alright, we're just going to smash that whole pile. So, massive pool of blood all over the place. The corpses are thoroughly pulped. If we take a look at it, all of them should say pulped now. So, 7, 8. So, 8 zombie corpses pulped. Alright. I think I killed a few in here, but I'm pretty sure I pulped them, but we'll just double check. Alright. That did take some time, and see, we're already at 3:30 now, and it also took some stamina. That's why my guys got some heavy breathing going on, but that was accomplished. While we're here, let's take a look at this pile real quick. So, anything I want to grab while I'm here. There's a number of things with battery charges I could unload. Why don't we do that? We're going to hit unload, unload. Alright, so that's some free batteries, so that's good. What else we got up there? Anything that shout out at me? There's just so much good stuff here. I'm looking for things that fit in particular, so flame resistant hood. Turnout boots that fit. Yay mask. Cargo pants, always good to have extras of those. Fire gauntlets. We have one trouser. Should be using the advanced inventory for this, so I don't have to drop things off. Alright, let's take a look again here. So there's some trousers that fit, a coat that fits. Let's go ahead and grab that. Got boots, gauntlets, a PBA mask, coat, trousers, fitted combat boots. Kind of surprised there's not more that has got the fitted option. Unfortunate. No turnout coat that's fitted. Alright, well, I think that's it for the moment. And we'll head back north. And we're at 3:40 a.m., so we need to get moving. We're gonna just head north to that house right above us. And this back window is where I had dropped some equipment. Let go of our box. Looks like I previously grabbed it and hadn't just taken out my note. So let's do this. Let's delete the note. So Shift D, delete. Alright, now I know I'm done here and don't need to come back. Alright, now we're going to work our way back over towards that wasp nest house. And I think we're clear to just come right down the center of the street. Alright. That is the Wasp House right there. I think what I'm going to do is work my way down to the other side. And... oops, wasps. There's a wasp nest right there. Wasps all over the place. Trying to see if there might be anything in here I need before I set it on fire. I don't want to spend too much time or make too much noise in here though. Alright, I have got to find out what's downstairs. What am I setting on fire here? Hello, zombie. Yes. Not too... well, I am worried about them if there's a bunch of them. Alright, one at a time, please. Apparently there's a stack of them in front of me now. Okay, turn safe mode off, please. There's more in here. I'm not sure this is worth the effort. Guard, shady corpses, and some clothes that I don't really care about. Let's do this. Let's zoom out a bit, since they can see me anyway. I'm going to activate the flashlight, take a look around. Some copper wire, and that looks like it. Turn the flashlight back off. Can't close the door because the stuff in the way. Back upstairs we go. Alright, we're going to grab our cart. What do we got in there? A towel. Fitted cargo shorts we'll grab, and I would like to grab that guitar as well. Alright, I think we've got most of it pretty well figured out, so we're going to start setting some fires. Activate the lighter there. Activate the lighter here. Activate. Alright, I think that should be enough to get a good fire going. We'll kind of stand here and let a little bit of time roll by. It's 4:30 in the morning. More zombies wandering through the minefield. Oh, come on, fires. Don't go out on me. Alright, it started. We got a good house fire going down in the bottom end there, so that should start kicking off here pretty quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the way. Yeah, now it's starting to go. And you can see all these noises over here. I'm not sure what's wandering around in the minefield, but there's sure a lot of noise over there. And we can start to see lots of light all over the place. That's going to attract zombies as well. Hopefully we get all of the infestation. Is there another house just south of that one? No. Well, hopefully it gets it all. Take a look at this vehicle while we're over here. What do we got inside here? 17-inch wheel. Not going to worry about that for the moment. Status of the vehicle. It is just a standard car. No gasoline of any kind because the tank has been punctured. I'm not going to stand here and take seatbelts out with that activity from the fire going on. Another car, it's got gas and a battery. And the engine's pretty much trashed. No, actually the engine's showing it's faulty, but still in good condition. This might be able to be drivable. Let's do this. Let's get this over here. I'm going to park my cart right there for now so I know where it's at. And let's hop in this vehicle and see if we can get it moving. And you can see that fire just took off like crazy now. Alright, let's start this thing up. Fails to start. Try again. Fails to start. Well, it looks like we're not having much luck getting the engine to start. So the faulty engine, just not going to work. Alright. Leave that there. And you can see the fire has just pretty much completely consumed that house. That's good news for us. We're going to have lots of raw materials there. Hopefully it gets all of the nests and all of the wasps killed off. Those things would have just been a constant pain in the butt. So let's head back to the base. Finish grabbing our cart again, and we should be pretty clear to head on back in fast mode. Turn safe back on. Alright, and we are back home. Mission accomplished. So, oops, we got the fire station zombies all pulped up and got the nest taken care of, hopefully. So now let's do a little more particular look through our inventory and see what we can do to improve our situation a bit. I'm going to want to get some food stockpiled. I'd really like to start reading some of the magazines and books that we've accumulated to raise our skill levels. That's very important for long-term strategy, and to do that you run through a lot of time and a lot of food and water. So I'm not sure I'm really prepped to do a big training session with the books that we've got, but we'll do at least one of them just so you can see how the process works. Let me get through my inventory again. Advanced inventory on my side, my personal, and then we're standing on the gun pile. I'm going to keep the American 180 as my emergency backup weapon. And what am I carrying that I need to drop? Got the tools, the sewing kit. Let's switch over to tools. Drop that. We'll drop the sewing kit. We've got clothing, some food. Switch to the raw materials pile for the plastic bottle and the batteries. Alright. I want to make a separate pile for the filthy clothes just to keep them sorted out. Alright, and I'm going to put my tools I carry around back into the cart. Free up my inventory space and my personal inventory. Alright. And one other thing I'm going to drop here is the acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar is pretty useful. There's various ways of playing or making music, and that will actually improve your morale. One trick you can do is to have music through like an MP3 player or even an instrument playing while you're doing your learning with reading books and such, and it will maintain or slow down the drain on your focus, because as you're reading books and studying, the intense concentration it takes drains your focus, so you start to get less and less XP. But if you have music playing, you can keep your morale up and hopefully keep your focus up as high as possible. So let's look at our inventory. We've got our knife, spear, got our throwing sticks, and we have our backup weapons, so we're good to go there. Next time I'm by the grocery market, I'll hit an ATM and consolidate these cash cards onto one card. We've got a flashlight for emergency light, lockpicks, our lighter, and a pocket knife. So we've got most of our utility items. Notice that we've taken some hits in our clothing, so we'll want to take a look and see if our tailoring's high enough to let us repair our clothing. And we've got some food. We are hungry and very thirsty, so we do need to take a look at that. I might actually make a trip down to the swamp area to refill our can of water so that we've got that available as well. So let's move this over here. And I'm going to... I'll leave that alone for the moment, but I'm gonna clean this stuff up here eventually. Alright, so our steel jerry can is empty, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna want to take that down south, get some water. For the moment, let's just eat, drink up our one plastic bottle water, and we'll go to our pile over here. Is getting a lot bigger now that we've got some stuff accumulated. We still got our gallon jug of clean water, so now we're slaked. And we're going to eat some of our vegetarian baked beans. Actually, let's eat that pear first. Yes. And eat. What have we got that we can eat? We've still got lots of chunks of meat that we haven't cooked yet, and we're going to have a problem with spoilage fairly soon. So let's do this. Let's move the sticks up to the fire. I'm just going to do a single one. We'll activate our lighter, set that up. And let's go cook some food up. I'm just going to cook up some of that meat. We'll batch cook all 8 of the meat we've got available there. And there's a sunrise. Alright, and then we're going to cook our fresh hot meat until we are full. Alright, we're full and slaked. Check our status. We've got a little bit of pain, so that's slowly going down. It'll take care of itself. I'm not going to do anything regarding that for now. The aspirin we took initially when we got hit and poisoned by those wasps took the edge off, so we're okay there. Alright, so our conditions are good. We've got food and water good. Our focus is a little low, so what can we do to raise that? Let's do this. In our tools pile, we have, I remember, an MP3 player right there. I'm going to pick up the MP3 player. And we're also going to pick up the jerry can, but we will do it via our cart. Select that, select our cart, and move that over. So we've got our tools, our steel jerry can in the cart, and do I want to do any other cooking while we've got the food or fire going? We don't want to waste the opportunity. Let's go ahead and make some deluxe scrambled eggs. Got a good nutrition, 4 enjoyability, you get 3 portions out of it. Takes our reptile eggs as well as cooked meat, so you've got to have a meat product as well as the eggs to make deluxe scrambled eggs, so that sounds good to me, and it takes 10 days to rot, so it's got a pretty good freshness time. So let's make a batch of those. We'll do 2 of those, and we'll use the cooked meat that's nearby. And we were successful. Great. Alright, so I think we've got a fairly good supply of food on hand if we do a study session, so I just want to run and grab some water real quick. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take off outside here, and we haven't gone here previously. I want to go ahead and show it to you so you know the options as a newer player. Hopefully folks are following along. Down here we've got some swamps. These blue F symbols are swamps. And so we're just going to go straight south. We're going to skirt the edge of this forest and then take a look at the swamp down there so you can get an idea what it looks like. So let's head on out. Again, as usual, I'm keeping my eyes over here to see what is in my sight range. I'll go ahead and zoom the view out as well. Always a good idea while you're traveling, especially if you're holding a move key down. So far, everything's pretty clear. Coyotes and raccoons, no problem. And we're being attacked. So we've got a pack of coyotes coming after us, apparently. Alright, let's let go of the cart and deal with some coyotes. Come here, you little buggers. They're going to do hit and run tactics just like the dogs do. You see, they don't take a lot to kill. Let's see if we can hit him with a stick. Alright, got him. Come here, you. You asked for it. Alright. Let's butcher them up. Got some sinew as well. Cool. No. Wow, these guys are just chock full of meat. This was a lucky ambush that we had thrown against us here. Notice I'm leaving the stomach and the offal. I just don't have as good a use for it right now, and we'll get plenty more in the future if we do decide we need some. We're going to grab our cart, actually set this to our inventory, that to the cart, and let's unload this stuff that we just picked up. I keep forgetting to use the cart's inventory primarily, so how are we doing movement-wise? We're getting close to the edge of that forest. Nothing too dangerous on the map. We'll zoom back out again. I really also want to... Whoa, hello. Got another minefield down here that this tough zombie just wandered out of. Alright. Well, we could try to lure him back into the minefield, but I'm not too worried about a single tough zombie by himself. I think we'll just zoom in a bit and we'll let him come to us. I'm going to fight him. If I can get him on the bush, that would be the best situation for me. There we go. Alright. Got a bunch of hits in, as you can see right here. 19, 20, 18, 17. And he's severely injured and hasn't even gotten next to us yet. I'm going to back up one just to make sure that I main... Ah, he got a swing in that time. Alright, there we go. First thing, smash. Gotta remember that. He had a BB gun on him. I'm not too excited about a BB gun with the haul that we got out of the gun store, so we're going to leave that, and nothing else he's got is interesting to me. Alright, let's grab our cart and head south some more. Gotta remember not to wander into that minefield as we head back north, and what we can do actually is bring our map up, and I think it's not quite in the first square, so I think it's in that middle square of the map of the forest. I think it's right there. So we're going to do a note, and in big capital letters put minefield. Alright, hopefully we see that if we're fast moving through the area in the future. Alright, we got a big pile of something moving south of us there. I'm not too concerned. Looks like just animals taking off. We're going to go ahead and pick up the rocks as we travel, though. Alright, we're getting pretty close. And here we go. We are in the swamp area. What do we got down there? A giant crayfish. Alright, a mutant terrestrial variety of the signal crayfish. This massive crustacean resembles a humongous lobster. Huh, I don't think I have ever seen a crayfish in my time playing the game, so that's interesting to find new things. I'm not sure if he's hostile or not. Let's take a look at the water. It says shallow water. This is salt water, so when I examined it, it says, what do you want to do with the salt water? There are uses for salt water. You can remove the salt from the water and use that in various recipes. Another saltwater pool. I'm trying to find a freshwater pool, so we're just going to move around a bit. I'm going to search bushes while we move, so if we happen to find anything useful, we'll pick this up. And we've got some wild vegetables. Not worried about that. Salt water, salt water. Hopefully we're going to find some fresh water in one of these pools. Looks like the... Oh, maybe he is hostile. Well, so far, we are not having much luck finding a freshwater pool. Alright, now he's coming for us. We're gonna find out if he's tough. Single hit, moderately injured, he's not that tough, so we'll go ahead and... Whoa, hello. You're grabbed, you're grabbed, you are grabbed. Alright, he doesn't hit very hard, though, because our armor protected us in each case. Let's take a look here. He's nearly dead. Alright. Wonder if he's good eating. He's got a bit of fresh meat, so... Oh, I haven't grabbed my cart, that's why. Alright, now it's working. Huh, well, I was hopeful that we would have some fresh water down here. So far, it is all salt water. Alright, let's... I think I missed this one. Yep. That's a sinkhole just north of me that we want to be careful of. There are sinkholes you'll fall into. They won't show up on the map until you fall into them. So that's a possibility we have to be careful of. We're going to check some more pools over here. Oh, there we go. So standard water, not salt water. That's salt. And that's water as well. Alright, great. So we found some water pools. So what we're going to do is examine it, pour into a container. No, not that. Let's bring out our steel jerry can for a moment. Alright, examine, pour into a container. Alright, let's try this again. Examine, pour into a container, steel jerry can. Alright, so steel jerry can is now full of water. And over here, oh, that hole held 80 units of water, so cool. That will cover us for a little while. We're going to go ahead and hit W. That shows our worn items. Guess we'll show back to our inventory. Alright, let's do it the direct way. We'll just drop it into our cart directly. Alright, so that is a swamp. You've got to be careful to watch out for sinkholes and make sure that the water you're grabbing is actually fresh water. There's no way to just point at it and tell from the info box over here. As far as I know, you have to walk up and examine it to know whether or not it's fresh or salt water. So we had to look at quite a few of them, but that's alright. So we accomplished our main goal. Anything else we want to do while we're down here? And notice as we moved south, we've now started to uncover additional sections of the map. So we got far enough south and we have enough visual range because it's daylight outside that it expanded our view of the map area around us a bit. So that's also good. I think for the moment though, we are just going to call it good with that much accomplished down here. I'm just going to head back north, and we're going to pick up rocks as we go. And we'll go through the forest here. It's an apricot tree, but nothing can be harvested from this plant in the current season, so we have to wait till a later season before we can come down and harvest apricots from that tree. Some more vegetables. Canola seeds. Alright, that was a pretty good haul. And now as we're doing this, I've mentioned previously, we're actually increasing our survival skill. It's up until a certain level, this will increase your survival skill, just foraging through the underbrush for things. So, very good to do. Not only to increase your skill, but also because you get lots of good things out of it. Alright, we'll just keep working our way north through the forest here. You can sometimes run into things that are somewhat dangerous in the forest, but I think we're fairly well equipped to deal with things at the moment. Gotta be careful with our cart, it won't go over certain things. So we're going to have to wend our way around. And we might have gotten ourselves into a boxed area here. Alright, cart. I know. Here we go. Hello, kitty cat. No, let's not worry about that. Now, the withered plants do have a use. You can use some of your survival skills to treat it somewhat like string and rope, but it takes just a huge amount of the things in order to make anything useful out of them, so I don't normally bother to pick them up. Alright. I think we got a pretty good haul. Yeah, we got a pretty good clump of these bushes over here. Let's do this section and then call it good. What did we get? Not a thing. Alright. Alright, let's call it good. We're going to head back north. I think we've got enough meat. I'm going to leave him alone. I am stopping to pick up rocks. The reason for this is there are some things we need to build that are going to require a fairly good supply of rocks. So I'm making a point as we travel back to our base to pick up any rocks that are in our path. And over here we've got a raccoon corpse. Might be fresh enough for us to still butcher. Let's find out. Yeah, we got one chunk of meat out of it, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Alright. Ideally, I'd like to get 40 or 50 rocks, so we might have to make a dedicated run around the area to grab some. Also, you can take a sledgehammer with you, and see this kind of big boulder looking thing right here, if you take a sledgehammer to it, it will yield various items, usually a pretty good number of rocks. And I'll leave you alone if you leave me alone, dog or coyote. Looks like we got a bunch of them in the area, which is fine by me. Take advantage of them and use them for a meat source. Alright, we're back home. So, alright, let's just do a quick unload. We got a bunch of food items, so let's do that first. So we'll do our dragged items here, set this one to our food pile, and drop all... Whoa! Okay, not sure why that happened. What did it put over there that I didn't want it to? The heavy stick. Don't need a plastic bag over there. I think that might have been it. Alright. Okay, and we'll drop plastic bottle and oh yeah, this is my personal inventory. Forgot to drop that as well. Oops, we'll keep the cooked meat in our own inventory and the scrambled eggs. The rest of this we're gonna drop here though, along with the canola seeds. And in our general stockpile of raw materials, we'll throw the rocks. Keep the rest of this. We've got our food items. We'll drop the bottle there. And what else have we got here? Alright, heavy sticks we're going to drop over here. Plastic bag is going to go into our raw materials pile. And so will the sinews. And the water is going to go right where I'm standing. Alright. Okay, so we've got a pretty good supply of food now. The meat's not going to last a terribly long time, so we do have a bunch of things that are showing in blue on the right. That indicates that they do have a limited freshness factor. They are perishable goods, so we want to kind of keep an eye on that and make sure to convert them or do something with them as soon as we can. And I need to check to see... Yeah, we'll only got 20 rocks. We're going to need some more rocks, so I think I'm going to try to remember to grab, if I don't have it already. We have it in our basket. Okay. Here, we'll set this to all, find. Don't have a sledgehammer? I thought we had a sledgehammer. Is that one of the things I left behind at some point? Be a stone hammer. Don't remember. So 2 hammering, 1 fine. Maybe this is what I was thinking of. A rock? Oh, it's literally just a stone hammer. Huh. I could have swore we had found a sledgehammer, but I'm not seeing it in my tools pile or in my basket, so I'm not sure either what I did with it or if I had to leave it behind when we were doing one of our runs earlier. So, but you can take a sledgehammer to those big boulders and get a pretty good supply of rocks there. The reason I'm trying to accumulate a number of those is if we go to the construction menu, which is Shift 8, there's a few things that I'm going to want to build, one of which is the charcoal kiln. And you can see here it requires Fab 3 or Fabrication 3, which we're going to work our way up towards, and then we need 40 rocks. But once we can get a charcoal kiln built, we can feed wood and lumber and trees into it, and it will create charcoal. And charcoal is going to be used for a number of things. We can feed it into a smoking rack, we can make a charcoal kiln, a few various things that are going to be important to our long-term survival, mostly so we can preserve our meat and not have to be out hunting and gathering constantly to keep ourselves alive. So, do a quick check. I think we're just about set. We've got our gear. I need to re-equip my knife spear. And I think the only other thing I wanted to do was take a look at the clothing. And let's grab one of the sewing kits. And we're also going to find our pile of thread. Set this to my personal inventory, and we'll go ahead and pick up all the thread. Alright, so it's light out. We've got everything. We're hungry and thirsty again, but that's alright. We're also tired, so we're going to have to consider sleeping again. And sleeping through the daytime, as you've seen before, I don't mind. I prefer to raid the town at night anyway. But let's take a look at a few things. So if we activate and then pick our sewing kit, which is letter B, you'll see it's going to ask us what do we want to repair. And the way this works, I'll show you in a sec, is we're going to pick an option or an item that needs repairing, so long sleeve shirt, and here it's going to tell a success chance and a damage chance. And it's going to ask you a few things that you have a possibility of. We can repeat it just once, repeat it as long as we can, repeat it until it's fully repaired, but don't reinforce it, and then also repeat until we get a success or failure level up. So I'm going to pick success, fail, level up. Now the important factor here is what you're trying to repair, and it has a difficulty level associated with building or repairing that item, and it's compared against your tailoring skill. So you want your tailoring skill to be higher than what you're trying to repair, ideally. So I'm going to hit that. Dog spotted. I don't care about the dog. And time is rolling by, and what's happened is, it says down here, you repair your long sleeve shirt. Now this is the previous status, so if I cancel out of this menu, it should be repaired. It won't have that partial damage any longer. So you'll also notice that the success chance has changed to 0 and our damage chance has gone up. So I'm going to cancel out of that, bring up the inventory, and you can see our long sleeve shirt has been repaired. So we're going to try the same thing. Some of these, I think everything I've got here currently I can probably repair successfully. Some of the more complicated things I might have looted, like the utility vest or the backpack, might be higher than my skill level would allow currently. But we're going to activate B again, check the rain hood. We've got a good success chance. Now, what this means is each pulse, each attempt, it has an 8% chance of success. So it might take, what is that, 12 times, 12 pulses before it's actually going to succeed, but it will eventually succeed at it. So I'm going to go ahead and say repair until success. Oh, we don't have enough charges, so we need to go back into our sewing kit and refill it with some thread. Alright, now we're going to activate it again, go to the rain hood, and repeat until success, failure. Don't care about the dog. Alright, we repaired it. We're going to cancel out of that for now. Fly B, go down to our balaclava. This one's pretty damaged, so we'll get some pretty good experience out of this one. So you'll notice here it says it repaired it, but it's got multiple levels that it needs to repair. We still have a positive success chance, so we're just going to let it go. And we've got a lot of time rolling by here. You can see the time going forward as it goes through the pulses of repair. Alright, we're going to cancel it now because we've got only a damage chance. Activate B. Let's do our long underwear top. So notice this one actually has a chance of some damage occurring. So it's an either or. We might succeed, we might have some damage, but the ratio is such that we're more likely to succeed by quite a large margin. So we're going to go ahead and let it do it. Oh, we don't have enough rags to do that. So to repair this, we actually need rags on hand, and I haven't accumulated or dropped any in our storage pile, so we're going to have to wait on this one. I think the other one might have the same problem. Yeah, the top and the bottom are both going to require rags, so we're going to have to wait on those. Alright, but that's how it works. You want to have a sewing kit. You can also craft a sewing needle. There's a number of items in the other category. So if we do a find and you do a search for needle, you can do a wooden needle. That's level 1 sewing quality. Knitting needle is knitting quality, which is a bit different. A bone needle can also be used for 1 sewing quality. Our sewing kit actually has also level 1 sewing quality, but it has up to 200 charges of thread, so it's generally useful. There's one better than this. I believe it's a tailoring kit that is the best. Alright, and looking at our skills, you can see that we're at 47% on survival skills, so our foraging in the bushes has raised that. We've got 38% into level 2 tailoring, heading to level 3, so those are being raised up. And we're at 90% on melee, so that'll hit level 2 pretty soon. Dodging skill is also increasing from our constant melee combat. Alright, well I think I'm going to wrap up the episode right here. We've got a pretty good amount accomplished, got some organization done, and successfully went to the fire station and took care of those zombies that I forgot to pulp previously. Burned down the Wasp House, hopefully that has a good effect in getting rid of the infestation so I don't constantly run into those things every time I'm trying to head to town. Then we made a trip south to the swamps and successfully brought back a big jug of water, so we'll be good there. So, hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, please give it a like and feel free to comment down below. I'm happy to answer any questions or take suggestions, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.